Hearts are the new Scotland shame as they lose to Zurich, a team that scraped past Linfield. And here we are, scraping to a 2-1 defeat.
Well, I think they beat Linfield 5-0 in aggregate, so I wouldn't quite say they scraped past
But if you don't
Linfield.
get the double digits against Linfield,
It's good night, it's all she wrote.
it's not more than scraping it. But anyway, Hearts should have lost this more than 2-1. They were fucking shite in that second half.
Yeah, they weren't great. I thought it was very negative tactics from Robbie Nielsen. Personnel-wise, I certainly don't agree with the 11 players that started the game. Unfortunately, missed the first half due to work. But I did see the important moments here, so let's talk about the goal first of all, the penalty. I think it's a clear penalty. You say that it was a soft one, but in the end he does step right on his foot. So.
Well, when I say it's a soft one, he didn't give it initially.
Well,
it was like 15 seconds
Well,
later.
I'm giving it so.
Yeah, and there was no VAR, so it was a weird one.
It was a good penalty for Shankland.
Before this, Zurich had a free kick that Craig Gordon dealt with. That was basically all the match highlights up to this point. But Hearts were building momentum. Shankland steps up, bottom left, 1-0. That's what we like to see. And at this point, I honestly thought Hearts were going to win the game.
I was about to book my tickets for the Europa League group stage, but apparently not yet. No, because Ben Atkinson is. By the way, the rain was pishing in as well. I don't know if that's an excuse or anything like that. Can we possibly use that as an excuse for Ben Atkinson being shite?
No, he won them a penalty, but he certainly cost them a goal. Ball over the top.
The ball over there. I mean, it's literally the keeper was a bit on the halfway line here. And for some reason, they had 3 Zurich players on the left-hand side, all running at Atkinson. Atkinson jumps up, heads the ball, but instead of heading it away, the fucking ball goes behind him and he plays through the Zurich striker who, hits a good shot on the volley. It was a pretty good attempt. And Craig Gordon couldn't make the save. So, 1-1. And before we know it, before you can...
Count your Cheerios.
Before you can digest that Zurich have scored, they'd scored another one, so...
Again, awful defending. They've about 8 bodies in the box here, Hearts, and not one of them decides to go out to Dizamali.
Awful defending, but at the same time, I thought it was a bit unlucky. Ball came in, Haring stretches, gets something on it. Would have been better off getting fucking nothing on it.
Who's number 7 for Hearts? Whoever it is, he should have got to the ball.
Number 7? Oh, fuck, it's...
Is it Cammy Devlin?
No,
or is he 14?
he's 14. Number 7...
Mackay? He looked grey bearded. It might be Michael Smith. Is it Michael Smith?
Michael Smith's number 2. Number 7...
Well, whoever's number 7 should have come out and got this.
I don't know, number 7 is Kingsley, no?
It might have been Kingsley.
No, Kingsley's free.
And also, Craig Halkett got subbed off early on.
Kai Rolls.
Might have been. But you know what? I mean, I can't really just blame it on the one player, but why is no one coming out, man? It was like Rangers' goals. In set pieces, just fucking get out.
2-1 did at the break. Was beginning to feel the worst, and to be honest, second half, Hearts created fuck all.
Yeah, Alan Forrest hit out for a throw-in.
I mean, there was times where we looked dangerous coming forward, but just no one wanted to play the ball to Shankland for some reason. Alan Forrest had Shankland clean through, chose not to use him. Boyce was through one time, had Shankland in space, chose not to use him. Apart from that, though, never really looked like getting an equaliser. Zurich had a couple of opportunities. Big save from Craig Gordon very late on. Would have made it 3-1. I'm not saying that would have finished the tie, but it would have made it very difficult.
Why didn't the guy score it?
I'm just glad that he didn't. I thought it was a good save for Gordon, regardless if the guy did not swear it or not.
Square it, mate.
Square it. I'm lost for words here, man. Depressed. What else did we have?
Hearts could have been about 6-1 down after the start of 45.
We had Zurich coming through, and Tony Civic just decides to fucking leave his man and give the guy he runs away from him, man. It's if the guy smelled a shite and he just decided to run away from him, get as far away as he could. The Zurich player has like a volley, but he kind of scuffs it. Craig Gordon, I think, had it covered though, but the defending here was shocking for Tony Civic, or Toby Civic. I'm not even going to get his name correct. You know what? He's not good enough. We need to go out and strengthen. It just shows you that you take Halkett the team and, all of a sudden defensively we are pretty shite. We went, look at last year. You had Halkett and Suter in the centre back positions and things were looking great. Now, obviously, Souttar's at Rangers, and if Hal gets injured, we really are struggling there. So I think we need to go out and try and make some improvements in that defensive position there, because Toby Sivic's just not good enough. He isn't. He looks like a bomb scare.
He was a passenger. He's just there. Awful. Possession.
Nah, to me, a passenger's someone that doesn't really do much. Toby Sivic he gives me anxiety.
Well, when it comes to defending, he doesn't really do much. That's my point. But the game finishes 2-1. Hearts lucky to be in it, I think.
Yeah, I thought. I'm just glad it's 2-1. I don't think we can play much worse than that at Tynecastle.
Yeah. I thought Hearts were going to win after the opener. They didn't. But you know what? I could have been about 6. Am I wrong?
I predicted 2-1, I think, just not to Zurich. But
I predicted 1 each, and I got it wrong. Over 2.5, you did the bet. What will the score be at Tynecastle? Are you predicting Hearts to go through?
I am predicting Hearts to go through, but I just think they did look more threatening when he brought Boyce on and he went 2 up front. But again, just too negative. Personnel-wise, Nielsen set up far too negative. Should have had Forrest on from the beginning, in my opinion. He waits till the 93rd minute to bring Ginnelly on. Ginnelly's got a bit of pace. Why not bring Ginnelly on in the 80th minute? Give him 10 minutes to do something. I just thought Nielsen got it horribly wrong tonight. I mean, again, like I say, he started with too many defensive-minded players, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got players that can actually, create chances. You've got Ginnelly, he didn't start. Forrest didn't start. Boyce didn't start. Mackay-Steven didn't start. Yeah, I mean, the only 2 players that started that you feel like can do anything in the final third is Shankland and
saying
Mackay.
that, right? They can say they get that penalty and they hold it for a 1-0 win. You're saying, fuck, that's a masterclass there by Robbie Nielsen. 1-0.
Alright, well, apart from a 3-minute spell where Hearts went to shit and conceded 2 goals, it was a masterclass.
I'd argue it was about 60-minute spell where they went to shit. But, aye. Robbie Nielsen bottles it, Hearts get beat, but they're still in it till the end.
Why are Scottish teams so fucking shite in Europe? Look, someone just answer me that.
Riddle me this, Batman. I don't know. They're fucking hammer.